You really gotta be a thinker. If you're not a thinker, you'll really fall into prison politics, drugs, the fights, the gangs, survival mode every day. That's all you thinking about.
To just call somebody a monster was his last words hearing going into the prison. You know, that's tough.
It was a shock when the verdict came down. I recall, being in the courtroom. There was a plea from his defense to kind of hear more testimony, hear more information about this, unpack it a little bit more so that we can get to the bottom of it. And it just seemed to me as though, despite that pleading, it was kind of like, okay, someone was killed, we've got somebody, so let's just close this and move on.
When they took him, it was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I was a little girl. I felt like he was my protector. We lose our freedom as well, because we just can't pick up the phone. Hey, what's going on? No Christmases, no birthdays, no nothing. Sometimes you just want to call him. When I grew up, I asked my grandma, I said, well, why is he in there? Did he do it? Did he do it? And my grandma was like, no.
I know Rita Jamison, who's Marcus's aunt. Around the time when George Floyd was killed, my kids were making some signs in our kitchen, and we were just talking about what had happened and justice and race, and Rita just started crying. She said, I want to tell you about my nephew, Marcus. And so she just told us the story. I just remember feeling so crushed, and my kids were, of course, horrified. How could this happen? I just remember thinking, well, we're gonna do something. And of course, I'm a UC Law grad, so I knew about the Ohio Innocence Project, and I thought, I know who to call.
She had witnessed the destruction of a family caused by a wrongful conviction, so she was very adamant. When are you gonna get on a call with me? What have you done? Can we talk again next week? Blah, 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 blah. And we were able to move on to the case, and Karina and Miranda were the law students who dove into it.
The public records had arrived. We dug into it, and to me it was a bombshell immediately. A lot of unexpected things.
He got on the stand and created this fraud that there was no evidence against anybody else, and it was just Marcus Sapp.
A selfish, heartless, soulless person took his life for nothing.
The eyewitness was powerfully sure it was Marcus Sapp. Turns out that he had identified somebody else with more power previously, which shows he doesn't even know what he's talking about, which is not a surprise when you're a victim of a crime and a lot of time has passed. It's often hard for these people to make a positive ID. And they had all kinds of other evidence. This had all been suppressed. We reached out to Marty Peneless, Eric Eckes, and Molly Tolbert. All ended up coming on as pro bono counsel. It was really a partnership. We were all working together.
It was what I always felt, that the government hid the bacon.
I mean, the reality is this case is about as obvious as you get for a Brady violation. Being able to bring back the original trial lawyer who was able to express her anger and frustration and shock at what wasn't turned over to her, and just letting her tell her story, I think was highly effective.
A year and a half from when we first sort of cracked the case with Karina and Miranda, his convictions were overturned.
They should have given that information to the defense to do whatever they wanted. Didn't tell them to go to him. It's not Brady, that's Brady. I totally agree. I totally agree about the information from the officer.
For her to just say that she got it, that meant so much to me. I was so happy. It don't even feel real. It don't feel real. When he come home, he'll be able to have a solid, good life. It's just God prevailed on this one. He prevailed.
All right, man, we're here the day before. How you feeling?
I feel really good.
Yeah?
I feel really good, excited, a little nervous, but not too much nervous to overthink anything. Cool though, I'm all right.
What's it gonna be like to hug your mom?
Man, it's gonna be something I dreamed about. Especially being in them cells. That's all I really thought about was hugging her. She all I had, really. The truth is gonna come out. So if they know the truth, I know the outcome. And the outcome is me being a free man.
Sometimes you do this much work and it doesn't work out this way. So when it does, it's very special. It's wonderful to see it now going right, but it's also painful to think about all the time that's passed and where it went wrong. I just really hope he feels like all these people who were cheering him on, supporting him to get to this day are going to be with him and supporting and in his corner the rest of his life.
Watching it all culminate over the past year and a half or so has been a crazy experience. It's been amazing.
Yeah, it's been amazing. It's been the best experience of my life, for sure. The thing that I'm absolutely most proud of. Yeah, best thing ever.
He's getting up now, so you
Okay.
Like, you have to go.
All right.
The deputy came to me. She said, "You're Sapp?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "It's like 100 people out there for you." So I'm shocked. I'm just thinking Mark, Karina and them and my family, but I'm not thinking like all these people is out here. When I hit the corner and I seen my mother, it's like she the only person I really seen. Had to give her that hug and it felt so good. I just felt the energy from her. It felt like this burden of negativity lifted off of her. It's just a feeling that I can't really explain. Like, lift that burden off your back, like, man, it's over now. You'll be all right. I'm just, man, I can't thank the Innocence Project enough. The students and Mark and Marty, Eric, and Karina and Miranda. The job they did is just, it's amazing. Mark told me that some exonerees would be there. It was great meeting them. They were telling me to really soak the moment in. Don't hold back nothing. I can really see that they relate to me. That Friday, I went to sleep. Through the night, I woke up and I'm looking and it hit me like, man, you're not there anymore, man. You're not there anymore.